Those four letters changed the world. Trailblazers, game changers, legends. It all started in Westwood. This is UCLA.
Nashville, Tennessee. We're inside the Bridgestone Arena. We've got the ACC versus the Big Ten as Virginia takes on Ohio State. Chapman in for Mobley. They need big numbers from him. Bynum, first shot of the night is good. He's coming off an 11-point game again. Virginia 0 for 3 to start the game. Looking for their first bucket. Hall. Inside. Renlo. Jump hook goes down.
And that's beautiful all there.
Well defended.
Well defended. Got 7 foot to able to get back.
And Virginia exploding to the basket. Sam Lord.
Is that Virginia scores, they want to pressure up Ohio State knowing that the bench is short and lean into those legs a little bit more.
On the curl, Chapman inside. Nice play and easy basket. And that, because of Mobley's absence, Tayson Chapman will get a lot of burn. Offensively, they say he's talented, just like that.
6'4".
Inside, Lewis trap, turns it over. Thornton to the hole and one.
Virginia turned the ball over 14 times against Florida State. They don't want to see that again because it compromises your defense. And Bruce Thornton, right place, right time, able to take it in for 2.
Unbelievable story. Royal. And tipped up and in by Tilly. Bynum now. Here comes Jakari. Oh, he missed the chippy. Looks like it was a little too far underneath the basket.
Yeah, a little bit. I think he was in between on what he wanted to do, what kind of shot he wanted to shoot. And if you give up 2, Gus, and on the back end, that's a 5-point swing.
17-6. It's a big game for the Bucks. They need it for their NCAA tournament hopes. Inside and a nice bank shot by Devin Tillis. White. He'll push it. Ahead. Hall, the kick. Extra pass, baseline. Chance Mallory by Sam Lewis.
You see the pace. Rebound, get it up quick via the pass or the dribble. Try to attack early.
Baseline drive. Using that strong 6'9" frame.
On the weak side and the rip through. The closeout wasn't Puff Johnson's best, and then the rotation was just a half a second late. They're very efficient offensively at 49% from the field.
Oh, kept the defender on his back and just leaned in. 6 to shoot. Cubs curling down the lane, kicks it out. Bynum, rising fire. Pure. Rebounded by Virginia. Grunlow got it. Back door up and in. Beautifully done. Thomas backs it up, takes a J. Strong. Rebounded inside. Ugo back to Thomas, cutting and lays it in.
And he came into this game 2 for 23 from behind the 3-point line.
20-footer. Got it. Take a step in.
Yeah, well, he was 8 Wednesday against USC, so 2-pointers are not the issue. That young man.
Long jump shot goes down for Devin Tillis.
Overall,
Thornton, weaving, hanging, and knocks it in. 4 shooting. Lob inside.
oh yeah,
Bruce Thornton.
Yeah, he wants to get there, feel what everyone else who's participated in it talks about it. Speaking of which,
baseline jump shot goes down. 29-28, Virginia after trailing by 11. Now, Ohio State.
So far in the Big Ten Conference.
Michigan, Michigan State, and Illinois.
Yeah.
DeRitter, jump hook. Got it.
DeRitter was determined to get to that left shoulder. So that's another way to get more possessions that time. Chapman just off on that shot, but offensive rebound. Kind of giving Virginia a taste of their own medicine.
Baseline J. Hall. In and out. Nice rebound by Royal. Outlet pass. Bynum. Ahead. With two hands. Cups back in. Thornton on the curl. And got it. That's that big, strong body of Bruce Thornton. Weaving his way to the basket. Off the glass. And in plus the foul. Bruce Thornton. Thornton scoops it up. Bruce Thornton crosses over. Down the lane. Count it. Shoulders.
Right here to kind of tie this game up or take the lead with a three.
Chapman gets wiped out. Lewis makes him pay for it. Sam Lewis. One of those shots right now against Virginia.
Yeah, 1-7 in quad one games.
Woo! Shooters roll. Bruce Thornton. Bynum picks it up. Down the lane. Gathers inside. Lefty. Off the window. Good.
They dropped out of the top 75 net.
Nice handoff. And good. Yegovan from Thornton.
Off the back iron.
Thornton. Oh! Bruce Thornton. 19 points. 9 this half. Ohio State up 50-44. Inside. Looks like that's Hall. Got a nice roll. Thornton. Crossover dribble. Pump fake off the glass. Count it. Baseline. Tilly. Pump fake. And the roll goes down. This time over the DeRitter. Guarded by Puff Johnson. Leans on him. Batted out. Thomas. Pump fake. Lets it fly. Pure.
Time. And almost traveled.
Here's Thornton. Pick and roll with Tilly. Hall on his back. Jump shot. Count it. Bruce almighty. 57-51. Inside. Wide open. Rudlow. Nice look from DeRitter.
Yeah, the hot.
For the Buckeyes. 57-53. Thornton curling off the glass. Easy. Breezy. About Jakari White. Baseline. Malik Thomas. And he buries it in the corner.
And that's what this Virginia team sees.
59-57. 7-11 to go. Baseline. DeRitter. Mallory. The teardrop goes down. And we are level at 59. Misses the free throw, but the rebound goes to the Cavaliers. Inside. Uga. Thornton. Looking. Fading. And hits. He's got 28. 61 up. Hall drives. Kicks. Mallory with a step. The runner on a double clutch. And he knocks it in. 1:20 to play. Thornton. Royal has it stolen by Hall. Up and in.
In a scramble situation like Devin Royal did here, that you're just going to casually go get the ball. Because someone else is going to want it more. And that someone is David Hall. To come from the middle of the court, to take it, and then poise himself to get up and over.
Down by 5. The kick. Bynum straightaway 3. Got it! With 31.2 to go. 66-64. He's got to look to get this ball back. Thornton down the lane. Blocked! On the answer. Ahead, Lewis. The big fella of the game.
A play to get Bruce Thornton to turn the corner, create some space, but
left. Cups to Tilly. And he'll jam it down. Seconds to go. Bynum turns. And that'll do it. The Virginia Cavaliers, trailed by as many as 11 in this game. They come back to defeat Ohio State 70-66 here in Nashville. Virginia has now won 6 straight basketball games, improving their record to 22-3.
The Iowa Hawkeyes hosting the Nebraska Cornhuskers. Both coaches have said all year long, really have to honor that scouting report and play it almost to a T. Sanford curling to the rim, and he's got the first 2 points of the ball game. The star of the first 3+ minutes of this one. Here's Koch with the triple.
Textbook. Kevin, you and I saw Iowa working on that.
Sturtz will drop it off to Manyow. Koch on the drive, over Mast using the window.
And that was made possible. Koch, good recognition, put it on the deck.
Here's Hoiberg. Got a screen from Buchtengel, finds Lawrence in the corner, and it's tied at 5.
That's why he has almost a 6-to-1 turnover ratio, not just because.
Here's Mast. Huskers would love to get him going. Mast inside with the hook over Koch.
Man, he threw everything at him. Pretty good job by Koch.
Push against Lawrence, drives right into him. No, loose ball. Mast has it. Flip over to Lawrence, and now Nebraska on the brink. Here's Sanford back up into the corner for 3.
Oh man, that was reptilian in its coldness because he did. Refreshing to see a guy run down, act like I've been there before, and then defend.
And in the case of Bryce Sanford, he literally has been here before. Here's Sturtz. Frager with a hand in his face. Goes past Frager. The floater will drop.
And that's a break.
There's Cale Combs. Been dealing with an injury and still trying to fight through it as Fulgaris fights through that defense and spins for 2.
For that again was Sturtz. Even though he was able to step behind that little rub screen, he kind of had to rush his shot, and it showed in the release.
Here's Sturtz. Gets past Frager on the drive to the rim. And
that's the second.
Here's Koch, scored the first 5 Iowa points. Combs with 2 to shoot, spinning into Buchtengel, using the window to stretch the lead to 4.
Boy,
Nebraska been a little sloppy. Fulgaris inside, has that one taken away. Jacobson with the strip. Here's Frager in the open floor, runs it to the rim, and that'll be a goaltend on Tavion Banks. This game's tied at 17.
And a nice.
Frager gets past Combs to the rim for 2.
That's the old adage, low man wins.
Hoiberg in traffic from right to left for 2. How about Sam Hoiberg? Under 10 on the shot clock for Iowa. Sturtz against Sanford. Got him in the air, trying to coax the foul, swooping in his Banks. He'll take it to the rim for 2. Iowa has stifled this Husker attack. 7 of 19 is Nebraska from the floor, 2 of 11 from 3. Fulgaris will try the triple. Shoot, swing that around to Koch. Off the shot fake, other corner Fulgaris. Here's Sturtz with the 3.
It goes from the left, right corner, the skip pass, and then Sturtz able to fill in behind.
And Hoiberg with a crowd quieter gets that last possession that Hoiberg earned with this drive.
And you can dribble drive and maybe draw a foul because you are in the bonus.
Mast had it bobbled away. Jacobson, deep triple. It'll count. Cale Jacobson with the buzzer beater to give Nebraska a spark, down just 5 in Iowa City.
And again, Kevin, Hoiberg understanding earlier in the getting a 2-for-1, and on the scramble situation, able to step in there very clearly out of his hand. You're keeping an eye on the scoreboard at the top. Well done by.
Despite missing 12 first half shots.
Yeah, Nebraska last in the conference in offensive rebounding, but as to your point, if you miss that many shots, you should get at least 1 second chance opportunity. And recognizing that and switching back.
Lawrence with the 3. Won't go. Rebound, Mast inside. He'll put it up for 2.
And the reason he was able to get that offensive rebound, it hit the rim.
Swing it around. Koch driving baseline. Won't go. Rebound loose. Tipped out by Sanford, and it ends up with Lawrence.
Again, Mast with the strong show.
And Buchtengel to the rim. Here come the Huskers. Back within 2 of this offer. Hawkeyes have gone cold, haven't scored in almost 4.5 minutes. Nebraska back within 2.
What Mass has done a really good job on the defensive end of showing and then contesting at the rim.
How about Isaiah Howard with the triple, his first shot of the night. Lawrence, 13 to shoot.
I mean, how about the job by Howard of moving his feet?
Lawrence, 8 to shoot. Here's Hoiberg on the attack, dumps it to Buchtengel, inside for 2.
Boy, Hoiberg again bails out Nebraska, gets in the lane. People talk about
4th foul on Iowa in this second half. Here's Sanford looking for the 3, and he finds it. We're tied at 39 in Iowa City.
If you're Iowa, you have to watch Mast in the trail here.
Here's Mast. Hoiberg against Fulgaris.
Good job by Howard, but a better job by Mast of stepping, breaking contact. That's why he was able to score.
And Nebraska's got their first lead since 21-20.
That was some.
Now as Berke Buchtengel returns to the Nebraska lineup. Hawkeyes 1 for their last 9 from the floor. They haven't scored in almost 3 minutes. Sturt's trying to change that, and he does.
I mean, again, with Frager, that's the 3rd time, and what he did, rather than playing from the hips down, the officials saw him extending his arms on that block out.
In it comes to Frager for the hammer. Baseline out of bounds, ends up in a 2-hand flush. Oh, against Buchtengel. 5 to shoot for Sturtz. Sturtz underneath. It's Banks, he'll have to launch. In and out, offensive rebound, Tate Sage, and we're tied again.
Which will help them ultimately in seeding.
Yeah, a lot on the line in this as Jacobson tries to take it away from Sturtz. Shot clock down to 10 for the Hawkeyes. We have not seen a point in a long time in this game. Sturtz trying to change that, and he does. The step back 2 gives Iowa the lead.
Boy, that's a tough shot, and nice use of the fan dribble to create just enough space for the mid-range.
Mast inside to the rim, and the answer for Nebraska breaks a 5-minute drought.
That's what they were missing when Mast was out of the ball game.
All the way around for Frager. The jump and a really good play by Sturtz. Telegraph pass, Sturtz to the other end. Count that bucket, and Iowa's got the lead. And a timeout.
By Frager being there, that was designed to get Koch at top of the key 3.
Now Sturtz will go to work. A step back 3 for Sturtz is good. 7-point lead for Iowa with 6 seconds to go. Inbound to Lawrence. Lawrence will drive to the rim for 2, but with 2 seconds to go, the inbound comes for Iowa, and they'll dribble it out. And here they come in Iowa City. The Hawkeyes upset 9th-ranked Nebraska 57-52.
Welcome to LA for Big Ten basketball, powered by Ram Trucks. Illinois, the number 10 team in the country, 4th in the net, number 1 in Ken Palm, number 1 offense in the nation, and a top 30 defense here to take on USC. And they run things perfectly. A defensive stop, 24 shot clock violation. Kylan Boswell pushing it up the floor. He returned on Sunday in the big win over Indiana after missing 7 games with a broken hand.
Well, an important game, Guy, for both teams for different reasons is Davis knocks down. Well, I think for me, and this is the first time we're seeing Wagler live, we can sit here all day as Davis knocks down another corner 3 and talk about all the freshman honors, the Big Ten Player of the Year and National Player of the Year for that matter.
Ezra Asar is able to force that in, and he gets fouled. The first points for the Trojans come nearly 4 minutes gone by. Stojakovic has come into the game for the first time.
Wagler just doesn't get sped up. Doesn't matter. You can be physical with him, get up into him. Has the same demeanor the entire game.
And Stojakovic at his own speed scores.
It's just going to be hard to penetrate this Illinois defense with the dribble one-on-one as Humberkaus knocks down the 3.
Dan Eric Musselman needs a timeout. Furious. And you saw him on the bench earlier. He's back into the game here. We'll see what kind of stamina he has. Here's Jordan Marsh, a three, badly needed.
Yeah, he's a big player for them. He's had some moments. Smaller guards trying to play this big Illinois lineup.
Marsh listed at 5'11", Woods at 6'2". Here's Mirkovic. You asked for it, and he delivers, and he gets fouled. Balance deep, big. An attack inside, and a follow by Kofi, and it works.
That favors USC.
Boswell, aggressive to the rim, and he scores.
Well, you're so worried about the 5 out in the.
They're doing this with Wagler, their leading scorer, only having scored 2. And there's another on Ivisic, 2 quick fouls on him.
But see, the defense wasn't set. That wasn't a straight line drive.
Woods into the paint. Kofi downhill. He just drew the foul in the last possession. He attacks and scores here.
Moving it better now. More player movement.
Kasper Yakachonis.
Yep.
Hummerkaus to beat the shot clock, and he does!
He's such a weapon for them as an outlet. Guys trying to get downhill, get in.
You wonder if that illness is a factor tonight for him.
It kind of feels like it is, doesn't it?
Wagler got a piece of it, and Marsh scored it anyway.
Back and rebounds his position, Wagler.
Brett Underwood, when we talked to him about Wagler, really emphasizes the toughness as Tomislav Ivisic hits the 3.
That high ball screen with Wagler and Ivisic.
Terrence Williams will try a 3, and badly needed.
Yep.
SC's second 3 of the night.
To make some threes if they're going to stay in this game and potentially win it in the second half. Can't be all driving to the lane like that. See so many teams now operate with their 5 guy at the top in that trigger position. Such a good passer, Ivisic.
Boswell scores, and USC's going to take a timeout. The Trojans, with over 5 minutes left in the first half,
will go up.
Guarding one another, the freshmen. Arenas on Wagler. Wagler throws it up, and it's thrown down by Ivisic.
What I'm saying, man, like most guys, do you get your own or do you make plays for others or both? Wagler does both.
Time on the block from Ivisic. It's just so hard to get to the rim on these guys. Boswell, a step back 3, and he drains it.
It just hits you from so many different ways. See, like the actual game plan on the whiteboard from any coaches or teams that are getting ready for Illinois.
Tough shot for Arenas.
You know, like, what are you keying on? Because if you key on one thing, the number one thing is probably that high ball screen with Wagler and Ivisic.
Wagler reaching out with the left hand to flick it in.
What's unusual from Wagler is how he understands offense with the ball in his hand. Stojakovic, another 3. What's unusual for freshmen to be that.
He made 7 threes the whole game. They've already got 7 in this one. Terrence Williams will try and hits for USC.
Oh, he's been a bright spot off the bench for USC.
This year they've had a 20-point lead in the first half in the league.
See Boswell getting smart now, taking his hands off.
Brownell scores.
Wanted to switch on this.
Wagler, a tough shot high off the wing. Oh my goodness! But the basket doesn't count. Basket interference on Boswell.
After review, the ruling on the floor has been overturned. There is no basket interference.
Cam Woods has put in a lot of work defensively on Wagler. Now it's Kofi.
And Woods now trying to front Mirkovic.
They try to switch, and it doesn't matter. Davis is 3 of 3 from 3.
The offensive glass for Illinois.
Mirkovic hits the 3. 9 3-pointers for Illinois.
It's so country. If you have guys that can shoot and you move the ball and you're unselfish, you get to watch this.
Williams steps inside and hits the 2. I'm not talking offense, I'm talking as a team, just overall. Kofi will try a three, and he hits.
Set up by Woods, taking the baseline. Kofi feet down, ready to go.
Furious that what he felt was transition got stopped. Ezra Asar scores.
So powerful going to the rim. Asar, nice setup by Woods there. Asar uses it.
Boswell had it poked. Davis lets it fly. A line drive quick. His Arena scored 40 points or more. His career high was 60, and he scored 50 two other times.
Yeah, he could score for sure.
And Peja once had a game where he started the game.
He scored go by the numbers in the NBA, like Steph Curry, Peja, Reggie Miller, Ray Allen, those guys. He's in that company.
Mirkovic the three, the 11th of the game for Illinois. Hummer Cows. And USC, this should be a stat. How early does a team?
So probably not going to see a lot of block shots out of him tonight.
Here's Woods inside, and he rattles it in. UCLA. Easter, too short, which will mean a big opportunity for the Bruins. Here comes Stojakovic. Oh, with the dunk!
I thought he was going to give it up, get it back. He just went straight to the front.
Under 12 minutes to go, and you might have been able to hear it.
Just a reminder, Guy, that this USC is a tournament team that Illinois is dismantling here tonight.
That's a great point. This is a quadrant one win tonight for Illinois. He's got 14 tonight. Stojakovic 11, Hummerkaus 11, Boswell with 10. Kofi and the follow from Asar.
Illinois plays with, I would imagine it may get even slower here with 11 minutes left. You got a 28-point lead.
Well, it's 300th. Stojakovic at the rim again, and he's got 13.
And the other story was, you know, when he got on campus for the summer and Boswell kind of gave his endorsement after he'd been there for a few weeks, like, look, this guy's way better than everyone thinks he is. And Brad Underwood was like, well, you know, this is just summer. You know, he was going to have a big impact on this Illinois team this year.
Arenas trying to get it going.
Game tonight, at worst case, a lottery pick.
Wow. Well, you know what's interesting about that list we just saw is that every year there's a top 5 freshman scoring. There has to be. That's the way it works. But those are some of the best players in the country on that list. What a move! And a basket, one-on-one with the opposite freshman Arenas. That's 13.
To me, again, the demeanor, the maturity is what sticks out. It's easy to talk about his game, have Oregon on Saturday in here. You know Oregon has struggled all year. But USC just needs to win the games they're supposed to win coming down the home stretch to secure their spot.
Chad Baker-Mazara back. Announced him as day-to-day with a knee injury, missing his 3rd today. Stojakovic all the way to the rim.
Looks pretty good tonight, doesn't he? Just a couple games, but
89.5. Peja from the free throw line.
That'll still work.
Cornish a deep 3 and he hits. One guy that's really solid against pressure. Meanwhile, Illinois has multiple ball handlers. Kofi at 3.
Oh, that's what you want. Roster flexibility, positional flexibility. And when
Stojakovic all the way in and 1. He'll go to the... And the follow for Asar. Asar racing up the floor, throwing his body in. And Illinois comes away with it. And here's Brandon Lee for the layup.
NIL just different now.
Out ahead, and Petrovic the lay-in. A.J. Red was looking for the points there. And Illinois still racing it up the floor. Petrovic up top. Davicic with it on. And the whole bench, 101. And a ton of Illinois fans in the building on their feet, enjoying this one. Wow, 101-65 on the road in LA.
It's time to stand up. Turn on your cell phone lights and let's turn out the lights in 3, 2, 1.
Gentlemen, you said it. We're 19 days until Selection Sunday, so the students here know exactly how important it is. They've got all the cordons out and the flags on the rope line to make sure they get tickets here. This is a lively Pauley Pavilion tonight. The student section is fired up because it is Super Bubble time in the Big Ten between two rivals. Huge game tonight, Jason Benetti, Bill Raftery. A lot of strategy in this game as well as size against guards, but man, this is one of those games on Selection Sunday you might have to have.
Jumps out at you, and both teams excellent defensively. Trying to force bad shooters to shoot is one of the keys. At UCLA, make sure you don't foul because USC is terrific getting to the free throw line.
Taking more than 700 attempts from the free throw line. I mean, defend without fouling. You wonder how you can do it against this team.
Well, you didn't have much to do last night, I guess, count all those numbers. But the biggest thing, I think, is gap defense on both sides. Inability, don't permit guys to turn the corner and be creative, particularly Dan, that Casey talked about.
Bit of a change in the starting lineup in a good way for USC. Chad Baker-Mazara is back in there for the first time since February 3rd. The lineup's powered by Ram trucks. Nothing stops Ram. Elijah Arenas has been running the point for the last 9 games. Trent Perry, who originally committed to Andy Enfield, important game for him. He's played great, but Baker-Mazara is one of those guys who lives at the foul line. He's 91% at the foul line, and this is a central key for UCLA against him.
Much like your life, he's very freewheeling.
Okay.
Likes the moment, makes some awfully tough shots. You know, they're going to do a lot of things to try and help on him. Don't gamble on his dribble drive. He can step back and make that three. He is a tough out starting and impressive when he does so.
Tim Brando was all over it on Saturday, by the way. That was Tyus Edney revisited for Donovan Dent. 15 assists, no turnovers. The New York Post caught up to Tyus Edney, and he was like, I couldn't believe they were going to give him the ball and let him run like that. That's an interesting perspective for a guy who's done it before.
Nobody corralled him in the open floor, but he's playing confidently, can bite you occasionally with that deep shot, but more of a penetrator, guy that finds people. Really on top of his game right now, I feel.
USC, UCLA, how it should be. Battling for an NCAA tournament berth. Mike DeCourcy, our bracket expert, has USC the first team out of the field after their loss to Oregon. UCLA is a 10 seed after the win against Illinois, but you know, All you got to do is win a bunch of games, and you go play.
Everybody smiles with some victories.
Here we go. USC's got it first.
Chase, right now UCLA goes a little. Wait a minute. They will gap and try to assist. Don't let people turn the corner, particularly Arenas, who's really great off the bounce.
They'll play through Jacob Kofi, and now Baker Mazzara hits it to the corner for Ezra Asar, who gets to the foul line with great regularity. Bilodeau walls him up. It's an extra one to Arenas, who doesn't take it. Instead, the floater won't fall for Baker Mazzara. Late shot clock, and it's UCLA basketball.
And you see those red shirts on the glass. UCLA's got to prevent opportunities.
Eric Musselman, year number 2, trying to get them back to the NCAA tournament, where Andy Enfield had them 3 straight years. In 2021, they were an Elite 8 team with the Mobleys. They're trying to get back to the NCAA tournament. So now here is Donovan Denbrow.
Bilodeau is a key guy here. Mid-post turnaround jumper, can step out, make threes on a pick and pop. Asar committed to him right now. Little slip and a really good, nice help.
Oh,
Kofi.
what a denial downstairs by Kofi.
What a read. Ooh, he is tough with that bounce. Clark. Little leg extension, but you just can't bite off the bounce. But how about this little slip pass and the cover? A little late, but extremely effective. How about that pocket look?
Man.
That finds people.
In Curb Your Enthusiasm terms, Kofi was here. Beautiful defensive play. 5.5 blocks a game, and you compare that to the lack of rim protection for UCLA. The size, again, Bilodeau, a fantastic
There's
player.
nobody there really
Right.
at home. It's got to be basic, be in position. Do a great job denying the duck-ins. Be prepared.
Just looking at the floor, it's a classic matchup, right? These two colors, wearing the blue and wearing the maroon. Fantastic college basketball game tonight.
Bilodeau can help out as they close the walk with that double up on the box. Nice paying attention to detail, but Bilodeau, Asar's not going to beat you outside.
You know, talking to Mick Cronin earlier today, he was very fond of their defensive play against Illinois in the second half and beyond last time.
I'm glad he was fond of something and not us.
Here is Perry to Bilodeau.
Perry really been effective last 6 or 7 games. Nice lane touch, excuse me.
UCLA is better when Eric Daly Jr. is on target. Off the deflection, it is Perry rummaging down the lane. It's another block for Baker Mazzara that time.
That size is 6'9". I think that's the first game this year I've watched UCLA where a lot of guys contributed. Nice little help side here. Staying at home for the slip pass. And Mazzara with 3 on the clock.
Yeah, 3 3/10, so this baseline out of bounds has to be quick.
Can actually catch and dribble.
Bilodeau gives it right back to Dent. He'll get set, get an open look, and miss it.
Great look. Good
Nicely
rotation.
done.
It was.
Here is Cam Woods, the midseason transfer for USC, who joined up on December the 18th. Very vocal and shoot around today.
Nice hands. Got a little small change.
DJ Carstensen with the call made the official signal for warm embrace.
Was that Dent?
It was.
The warm embrace?
It was, yeah. You know, some parts of the country can have a warm embrace right now after all the snow on the East Coast.
He can jack them from all over. You got to be ready on the catch. Plays with a lot of emotion, this kid.
He also tried to draw the foul after the make.
Oh, he's a big leg kicker.
And we get an out of bounds. It's a turnover.
Yeah, nice shot by Arenas with the hand. Little hand head's got a piece of it. And just go under and you pay with this kid. He's got size, the ability to deliver from deep. Pretty impressive.
That was over Eric Freeney.
He was a good defender.
Yeah.
Giving them more minutes. Played a little against Penn State earlier in the year.
Yeah, 10 minutes in that Illinois game, and you said it. Great defense.
Nice hands by Perry. What a read.
Arenas the turnover. Freeney for Dent, who sets up shot to knock it down.
If that rounds it to form and they continue to play solid basketball, prototype point guard.
All he's got to be is a threat from 3, right?
That's all.
Arenas for Woods. He'll try it and rim it out. So here is Dent. 9 straight games now, double figures in shot attempts for Donovan Dent. He's really become a leader. And right down the boulevard he goes to hit the underside.
Much better defense than the end of the Illinois game here.
Yeah, significantly better. We'll see Brad Underwood on Friday. I'm certain he'll have thoughts on that final possession.
I'm sure as well. Hold that hand extended. You got to be careful. Kofi. A driver here. You got to play him for the drive.
Dent will. And push him toward the baseline. Nicely done by Dent.
Look at that job defensively. Bilodeau that time.
Asar stalking Bilodeau. Missed it. Weak side rebound for Woods. Sends it out for Arenas. Daly with a brilliant job of being ready for the crossover, and he still drew the foul.
Footwork was impeccable there by Arenas. Forcing him to put it on the deck. Take that away. Not known for that outside shot, which is going to come watching games, too. Look at that stretch. Almost a Bonsa-like, right?
Oh, that's
long legs.
Yeah. The USC students, the UCLA student section interested in fertilizer here.
They've heard the broadcast, I guess.
Oh, yeah. Arenas 71% from the foul line. USC is not a great free throw shooting team. They're 198th in the country starting play today.
71%. Well, this kid had a terrible offseason, didn't he?
Oh.
Just to bounce back and be a viable performer is extraordinary.
What do you think of his upside, Rav?
Big time.
Yeah.
I mean, the things he does off the bounce. On a fast break the other day, he made a gorgeous pass. I mean, he's got a great feel. And even today, as we both chatted, his rotation on his shot is fine. You know, it's just repetition, keeping after it, great length.
Great pedigree, of course. His father,
Sure.
Gilbert, his uncles, Matt Barnes and Derek Fisher. Trent Terry has been really important to UCLA recently, and he goes right down Main Street.
And that's the lift. Nobody at home in the lane to prevent. Good read.
This could be a grinder tonight.
Nice slip.
Little wraparound pass. Got it there down low from Williams to Asar.
Nice job by Terrence, too. Been around a while.
The wrist injury certainly affected him this year, last year as well.
There's a Michigan there for a while. You probably had game. Look at this blow by again. Nobody at home. But, ooh, you got to finish that one. Tantalizing into the rim. Got to stop the bounce if the USC. That's too easy to get to the rim.
This is how college basketball should be late night. Two rivals, close game, stakes galore here in Los Angeles.